Hey there, I'm Larissa from Erlkis, which stands for English Resource Lab, keeping it simple. Now, if you're somebody who's new to this channel, or even if you are one of my current subscribers, I hope you all had a fantastic break over the holiday period. And now we're into the new year. I'm really excited because I'm back on board, filming away, and I have loads of topics coming. So what's the topic for today's video? Well, today I'm going to talk about the word done. Done. Why done? Well, I'm going to focus on the idiomatic use of done. We have so many idioms in English with the use of done. And so I thought it'd be great to bring you, obviously not all of the idioms, there are so many of them, but I'm going to bring you the ones that are the most common. But before I do that, why don't we just have a quick recap about done and where it comes from? Well, what is done attached to? Well, done is attached to the base verb do. Do in the present tense. So we have do, did, and done, past participle. And you probably already know that. But let's just briefly, let's just focus on do. So do, what sort of a verb is this? Well, do has two functions. It can operate as a main verb, and it can also operate as a helping verb, which we call auxiliary. And of course, do is an irregular verb as well, and you probably already knew that. So let's have a look at do in terms of the main verb. Do. I do yoga. Well, I don't really. I'd like to, but well, I'm better as a teacher, I think. Oh, Sue does cooking. Main verb. As a helping verb, well, we can simply ask, what do you do? Well, instead of answering the question with the verb do, we can simply use the be verb. I'm a teacher. I teach. Bill is a bus driver. Here we use the be verb. We don't have to respond to that question using do. What about this question? What did they do on the weekend? Well, they christened their baby. We don't say they did christening. No, so be careful not to do that. Derek went skiing. What did Derek do on the weekend? He went skiing. Once again, we can just use a normal base verb. We cannot say he did skiing. That doesn't make any sense. So let's now concentrate on what this real video is about, the actual idiom. So let's look at done. Done has 4 different meanings. The first meaning is not idiomatic. Done simply means something is finished. It can also mean something has finished cooking, so it's very specific to the kitchen. The third reason is, well, I'm fed up. I'm done. And then we have a fourth meaning, which means agreement. So let's have a look at all 4 of these different meanings, and we're going to start off with the basic meaning that something is finished. So it's not idiomatic, but we'll have a look at some examples and then we'll follow with idioms. Let's go. I'm all done with the washing. Tom is done with the drill. The gardening is almost done. And what these sentences mean is that we're finished. You can simply replace the word done with finished. I'm all finished with the washing. Tom is finished. The gardening is almost finished. Now let's look at the idiomatic meanings. Here's Bill. Bill's been at work. Okay, Bill has had enough for the day and he says, okay, I'm done for the day. This simply means that he's just finished work. Now, if we look at cooking, we can say something is finished cooking. The spaghetti is done. How would you like your steak done? I would like it well done, please. So what this means in every example, so what these sentences all mean is that they all are related to cooking. Harry is done with the pasta. In this sentence, it means that Harry has finished cooking the pasta. It could also mean that Harry has eaten too much pasta. Harry is done with the pasta. He can't eat anymore. So we have a couple of different options for that sentence. This sentence, the vegetables are overdone. Here, overdone means that the vegetables are soggy. They're overcooked. They're not cooked al dente, which means that they're just right in texture. Is the sauce done yet? In other words, is the sauce prepared? Is it cooked? Scott has been at Sue all day. She's sick of arguing. In fact, she wants to end the relationship. That's it, she's done. And she says, that's it, I'm done. I want out. I don't want this relationship anymore. I read the newspapers, I watch the news on the internet. Seriously, I'm done with negative news. And done also means agreement. I'd like to sell my iPad. You can have it for $100. Wow, that's a deal. Okay, done. In other words, that means, yes, I'll buy it for $100 because I think that's great. So now, let's have a look at 4 more idioms. The first one is done to death. Here's Betty. Betty has been going to aerobics for the last 3 months and she goes twice a week every week. But she's getting really bored with it because, well, the teacher keeps doing the same exercises every single lesson. She keeps doing the same thing. She's just over it. Betty wants to see something new. These exercises that she does have been done to death. She wants to see something different. Done to death means that something has been done so many times that it's now boring. Here's Jenny. Jenny's having a hard time. Jenny's been really hard done by. Hard done by. What does that mean? Hard done by means that, well, maybe you've experienced something. It could be just one event, or it could be something that has happened over a long period of time, or maybe even a lifetime. Somebody could be abused, somehow mistreated, or maybe something happened that just wasn't fair. She got a pay rise and, well, he didn't. They do exactly the same job. He feels that he's been hard done by. So Tina says to me, we need to go on a holiday. Let's go away for the weekend. Let's have a girls' weekend away. Yeah, terrific, great. And she says to me, okay, easy. Just hop on Google, do a bit of research, find a hotel, book it, and we'll go. Really? Well, that's easier said than done. easier said than done means that, well, it seems really easy. So it's easier to talk, but doing is quite different. In other words, something is easier said, but you still have to follow up with action. And the action is the difficult part. There are more things to do. It's not that simple. Well, lastly, done and dusted. I've just finished a project and I'm so relieved. I'm so happy with it. Oh, it's finished, finally finished. Now it's done and dusted. Done and dusted. So it could be something that you have completed and you're really happy about it. So there's a sense of relief. But you can also use done and dusted simply to, well, do things that are on a checklist. Maybe you're at work and you've got a list of things to do. So you do the first thing, second thing, third thing, fourth thing. You do the first thing, great. Done, finished, done and dusted, move on to the next thing. Do that, finished, go on to the next. So done and dusted simply means that one thing is completely finished and you can forget about it. You can go on to the next thing. Speaking of which, this video is now done and dusted. If you enjoyed watching this topic, definitely hit subscribe and the bell because, well, there'll be a whole load of new topics coming. On that note, I'm Larissa. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.